Sharks are among the ocean's most feared predators, and it's easy to see why. If you've ever seen Jaws, you know how terrifying it can be when humans come face to face with these creatures. Things can escalate quickly, and today's video will show you just that. Some of these encounters will leave you in awe, while others serve as a chilling reminder of the dangers lurking beneath the surface. Here are 20 terrifying shark encounters captured on tape. Shark chomping on whale. To kick things off with a unique story, without diving into shark attacks, let's talk about a fascinating incident filmed on Long Island. Fishermen out on the water spotted a massive dead whale floating by. Initially, they mistook it for a boat until they smelled the decaying carcass. As they investigated, they noticed a fin breaking the surface, and soon realized it was a great white shark. The fishermen, who were legally shark fishing, decided to capture the action on their camera. The shark didn't disappoint, it nudged the camera and even attacked the boat, biting into the motor. Afterward, it focused on the whale, feeding for about 6 hours. While other sharks joined in, the great white was the largest. Sharks are opportunistic feeders, often eating whatever is easiest, including things like trash or, in this case, a whale. The fishermen ended up with an incredible viral video from the experience. Shark vs. dinghy. To start off easy, especially for those who might not want to see shark attacks on humans, let's dive into a unique video from Long Island. A group of fishermen spotted a dead whale floating in the water, initially mistaking it for a boat. Upon closer inspection, they discovered it was a great white shark circling the whale. The fishermen, out shark fishing themselves, decided to film the encounter. What happened next? The shark nudged their camera, then tried biting the boat's motor. After losing interest in the boat, the shark spent around 6 hours feeding on the whale. The video showed this action, alongside other sharks feeding nearby, with the great white being the largest. Sharks, including great whites, often scavenge for easy meals, like this whale, and sometimes even take bites out of things like boat motors or ocean debris. The fishermen made it out safely and their footage went viral. Surfer vs. shark. Certain people are more at risk of shark attacks, like divers who are fully submerged and spend more time underwater, and surfers who venture far from shore. Take McFanning, a retired surfing legend, for example. During a competition, he was attacked by a shark but managed to fend it off by punching it in the face. While surfing, he felt his leg pulled underwater and saw the shark trying to drag him by the leg rope. He punched it several times, including once in the nose, but the shark kept pulling. Luckily, the leg rope was cut, likely by the shark's teeth, and McFanning was able to escape. Rescuers soon reached him, and he was fine. This incident shows the real danger sharks pose when they target someone, even if they aren't provoked. Remember, punching a shark's nose won't necessarily scare it off, aim for the gills or eyes instead, as they're more sensitive. Bull shark vs. fisherman. Remember when I mentioned divers risk shark attacks? Here's proof. A spear fisherman from Queensland was out in deep water when a bull shark suddenly charged him. Bull sharks are among the most aggressive, and this one wasn't shy, racing straight at him. Luckily, it slammed right into his spear gun, leaving the shark bleeding. The diver let go of the gun and swam to safety. He later admitted he never saw it coming and was still in shock. It's a reminder of how quickly things can turn dangerous in shark-infested waters. A few inches difference, and this could have ended much worse. Great white vs. cage. I mentioned cage diving with sharks earlier, but didn't show how sharks, like great whites, sometimes interact with those cages. The idea is to get people safely close to sharks in their natural environment. But at Mexico's Guadalupe Island, a great white actually rammed a cage, trying to get inside. Thankfully, it didn't break through. This isn't a rare event either. There are plenty of videos showing sharks hitting cages around the world. They're powerful animals, and with enough speed, they can damage all but the strongest cages. Mythbuster Jamie Heineman even had a close call during a Shark Week dive, with a twist worth noting. Caged shark death. Remember that first shark cage attack at Guadalupe Island I mentioned? I stopped talking about it because the full story took a darker turn. In the complete footage, a great white shark got its head stuck in a cage window while going for bait, and sadly, it died from its injuries. The incident sparked backlash from activists, who blamed the cage diving company for negligence. It's a reminder that while our fascination with sharks is natural, we need to respect them. They're vital to the ecosystem, and careless encounters like this can hurt already vulnerable populations. Tiger shark versus swimmer. Back in Australia, a drone captured a tense moment off a beach in Perth. A tiger shark was seen approaching a swimmer from above, uncomfortably close. Fortunately, the shark veered off without attacking. The drone operator, likely too far to warn the swimmer, could only watch. It's chilling footage, especially knowing the swimmer was unaware of the danger. That year, multiple shark sightings led many locals to avoid swimming there altogether. Tiger shark versus diver. Now we head to Fiji for what might be the most intense footage yet, a tiger shark attacking a group of divers. A dive master initially kept the shark at bay, but it suddenly lunged and bit down on one diver's head. The group scrambled to help, managing to pull the shark off just in time. The diver lost his mask and hoodie and suffered a serious cut, but thanks to the team's quick action, his life was saved. Bali scuba party. This isn't the clearest footage of a shark encounter, but the story behind it is fascinating. Off the coast of Bali, a large scuba group came face to face with a 5-meter great white shark. They quickly retreated, using the underwater terrain to reach safety before continuing their dive. What's unusual is that great whites usually stick to colder waters, so why was one near Bali? Maybe it wandered in by chance, but the takeaway is clear: never assume a location is shark-free. Encounters like this can happen anywhere. The hammerhead shark versus a kayak. I've shown you plenty of sharks, but the hammerhead stands out, not just a threat to humans, but even dolphins. In 2015, near Santa Barbara, a kayaker had a terrifying encounter when a hammerhead charged at him. With his legs exposed and little protection, he fought it off with his oar, striking the shark nearly 20 times. Even as he made it to shore, the shark trailed close behind, waiting for another chance. It's a chilling reminder of how relentless these predators can be, and how quick thinking can mean the difference between life and death. Great white versus boat. Earlier, I showed you a great white shark briefly pursuing a boat before shifting its focus to a whale. This time, the encounter happens off the coast of Tasmania, and it's far more intense. It starts off calmly, with some boaters filming the shark from a distance. But then, it suddenly disappears beneath the water, only to come charging back and slam into the boat. The impact caught everyone off guard. Once they recovered from the shock, they quickly sped away, just in time to see the shark surface again with a dramatic splash, almost like it was making sure they knew exactly who caused all the chaos. And if you're wondering, yes, sharks can punch holes in boats if they hit with enough force. Judging by the size of this vessel, that shark could have caused some serious damage. Shark jump. If you've watched Shark Week long enough, you've probably seen amazing slow-motion footage of sharks leaping out of the water, grabbing prey in their jaws or snatching birds mid-air before crashing back into the ocean. It's a perfect example of their impressive hunting skills and shows that even the largest sharks can catch some serious air, think Michael Jordan style. However, in this particular case, a shark's jump didn't go as planned. While people were out fishing, they hooked a shark, which then leaped into their boat and got stuck. A bit unexpected, to say the least. Thankfully, they managed to return the shark to the water in the end. Shark cage. The next clip is straight from Shark Week, showcasing how sometimes people overestimate the effectiveness of their shark protection gear. In this unique special, a diver is placed inside a special plastic shark cage out in open water, surrounded by great white sharks. Sure enough, a massive great white approaches, swims around the cage for a while, and then proceeds to tear it apart. The diver had to race for his life, as the shark could have easily taken him out. Fortunately, that didn't happen. It makes you wonder why they thought a basic plastic shark cage could withstand the immense power of a great white's bite. Looks like complacency even extends to the Discovery Channel. This next story is no laughing matter and serves as a chilling reminder of how a shark attack can nearly cost someone their life. A group of British divers was in Egypt filming in the Red Sea when they encountered a group of oceanic white-tip sharks. While these sharks can be dangerous, the divers did their best to stay cautious. Unfortunately, one diver caught the attention of one of the sharks, which circled him before charging and biting him on the leg. The pain was so intense that the camera even recorded his scream, despite being underwater. Thankfully, the diver survived, but the attack was so severe that it ripped his calf muscle right off his leg.